Hi everyone, welcome back to the Morgan Homestead. Today I'm going to be working on laying some floor tile down where we're going to have our wood stove installed, which is scheduled to be installed next week, so I need to get this down and grouted before they come to install that. So what we're going to be doing is, this is the tile we're going to be putting down. It's a slate tile. It's kind of a gray slate with some sand coloring in it. I forget what it's called, but then we're going to be doing a kind of a tan colored grout. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to take you over and show you the area that we're going to be doing it in. Alright, so this is the area we'll be tiling in the corner where our wood stove is going to go. I do have a few tiles already laid out. I just wanted to kind of make sure everything was squared up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over in the corner over there first and lay my first tile, make sure it's good and square. Then I can move all these other ones away and then start laying the rest of them. Now, because I just have a fairly small area to do here, I did buy some pre-mixed tile adhesive, and I'm going to be, sometimes a lot of people will put the adhesive down on the floor. Because I'm doing kind of a small area, I'm just going to go ahead and butter the back of the tile and then lay it in place. So use this notch trowel. Get a good even coating of the adhesive on the back of the tile. And I'm just using a 1/16 groove adhesive trowel. Alright, and then we'll just set it in place. So I have these little spacers. I'm doing an 1/8 inch space for the grout. I'm just using those to make sure I got an even spacing on the tile. So we got this first one in place. Now everything else should be squared off of that one. Now I'm just going to move some of these other ones out of the way and then just continue on. And then we'll go ahead and apply some adhesive to the next one. Wiggle it around a little bit, make sure it gets good and set down in there. So now I'll just continue on that row, and then I'm going to go along the other wall over here and then fill in the rest of it from there. Kind of make sure you wipe off any adhesive that you can that gets on top of the tile. Just a wet rag. There's one side done. And we'll do the other. Just gotta remember to push them down a little bit, make sure they set down on the surface that you're laying them on. In my case, it's just concrete, so I don't need to do anything with the floor before I put this down. Some of the other flooring, wood floors, wood subfloors and stuff, there's something you gotta put down on top of that floor before you lay the tile. All right, so now we have our two perimeter edges against the wall. We'll start filling in the middle. Okay, so we have all the tiles laid now, so we'll have to wait until tomorrow for this to set up. But I think it looks pretty good. All the grout lines and everything look pretty uniform. Everything came out pretty square. So, all right, so now we gotta wait till tomorrow. The adhesive has to get set up before we put any grout on it to make sure that it dries evenly. So we'll come back tomorrow, and then I'll show you the process of what I do to grout the tile. So I'll see you in the morning. All right, so now I'm just going to apply this grout with a putty knife. I'm just got some pre-mixed grout. Just kind of push it down into the cracks here. Sponge trowel. You work it down into the crack really good. Get some of the excess off. And just go along like this and until you get all the cracks finished or filled. And then we'll come back and we'll sponge it off after it sets up a little bit. Alright, so now that we have all the grout down, we're going to take a sponge with some water and just kind of clean it up off the tile as much as we can. Smooth out the joints a little bit. And rinse off the sponge often. Don't want the sponge too wet either. And you gotta change out your water every once in a while too, so that's what I'm gonna go do right now. Okay, well that's what it looks like now after I've sponged it off the first time. We got all the heaviest stuff off of it. Now we'll let it set for a while and then come back and with some clean water and a sponge. As you can see, there's still a little bit of a residue on the tiles, but we will take the water with the sponge after this sets up and wipe it down again to get that residue off the tiles.
Very first fire in our newly installed wood stove. It was up and out. Super cozy. Love it.